Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. I hope you all are doing good. So we are continuing with Terraform tutorial, and in this video we are going to see challenge 2, okay, that is provider improvements. So avoid hard coding region in the module code as much as possible, okay. A required provider block with the version credential for the module, okay, to work is important. Okay, so you have to avoid hard coding the reason here like this. Okay, so a required provider block with the version constraint for module to work is important. So instead of that, you can use Terraform block that will have required provider and the AWS and the source from which it will download the provider plugin, okay, and the version of the provider plugin that you want to download, and that will make your Terraform configuration file dynamic. Okay, so why we need to use the this block, required provider block, and what is the main use case of it, and how helpful it will be if we are going to use Terraform block with the required provider parameters. Okay, so suppose if you are developing a VPC, okay, and for any organization with the you have defined a lot of configuration like internet gateway, route gateway, VPC, subnet, and so on. Okay, so you have defined all the parameter in your Terraform configuration, and you have developed the infrastructure using a specific version of, okay, provider plugin. And suppose some of the whatever concept and the feature that you have used, that has been enhanced and changed in the some other version of provider plugin, okay, by the AWS or the HashiCorp. Okay, so they have introduced new things in the latest provider plugin version. So whenever anyone is going to change the provider plugin version, they might face some issue and they will be not able to provision the infrastructure using the same module that you have created. Okay, so they will face a lot of challenges they have to overcome from the challenges. So it's always required that we should use the version constraint, okay, in our Terraform block. Okay, so it will work. So everyone who is going to refer the module, they will be only working with the specified version of Terraform provider plugin, okay, using the Terraform block, and they will not face any issues, any bug or any error, and they will be able to provide whatever module you have created. So as I have taken the example for VPC, so they will be able to provision the VPC using the specified module and the configuration, right? So let's go ahead and see it practically. So let me open from a scratch so that you can understand it. Okay, so first I will search Terraform AWS provider plugin, okay, and let me open this one. So if you see here, this is the official document of AWS that is partnered by HashiCorp, right? So if you go here, click on here use provider, so you can use this block. Okay, so just copy this block and add it here, right? So let's save this, and if you are going to use 6.0.3, then it will throw error because we have already ran our Terraform init, Terraform plan and apply. Okay, so if we go here in the Terraform block HCL, as we can see, the version provider plugin version is 5.100.0, right? So we will be not able to directly override. In order to override, we have to first provide this block, then we have to run terraform init -upgrade to upgrade the provider plugin. Okay, directly it is not like recommended, and it will throw the error. Okay, so let's go ahead and see other things. So AWS Terraform required providers. Okay, so this will give you the document link. Okay, so as you can see, we can use the provider block, Terraform required provider block, like this. Okay, so just use it. We can also use this one. Okay, we can also use this one. Here we have, what version we have? Already 5.10, right? And in the here the version constraint we have defined greater than and equal to 5.0, right? So it will work perfectly and it will not throw any error. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the document first. Configure AWS provider. So we have to configure the provider like this. So this is for the provider plugin, and this is for the region, right, and the provider. Okay, so this is how. So there is a lot of things that you can check here in the document part. Parameter in the provider configuration, environment variable, shared credential file. Okay, so instance profile, credential and region, a lot of things. You can go ahead and you can check it out in the developer page of the Terraform. Okay, so we are going to use this one. So if we go here and if we check the release version of the Terraform provider plugin, okay, if we click here, sorry, I have clicked on contributors page. So let me click on releases. Okay, you can see there is a lot of releases, right? If you scroll down, you can see there is a lot of pages, right? Here we have 35. So let's go back. As you can see, how many releases? 347, right? So this is how they will introduce new feature, new enhancement in the provider plugin always, and they keep releasing new provider plugin according to the enhancement and the workflow and the API communication with the cloud provider every time. So it must recommended to use the Terraform block, okay, with the required provider plugin version, so that will not break your infrastructure and that will work with your existing configuration of Terraform. Okay, so let's save this and go to the module, and here we are going to define provider AWS, okay, and the region will be US-East-1. So it's always recommended to use region like this. Okay, to use region in the wherever you are calling the module. In the parent module section, it's always recommended to use the region. If you want to use multiple region, then you can use the aliases. So that we are going to see in the upcoming videos. So let's open the terminal here. So one more thing that I want to explain. So this version constraint, this string actually define the greater than and equal to, right? And this string define greater than, and this parameter define like string define the like greater than and equal to 5.0 provider plugin version. Okay, so this is how it will work actually. So cd teams cd a cd. Now let's run Terraform init. So let's see if we are able to provision the infrastructure. Let's run Terraform plan. So as you can see, invalid AWS region US East 1 with the provider registry terraform.io, okay, on module.tf line number 1 in the provider AWS, right? So there is issue. So let's remove this and keep it like this. Let's save this and let's run Terraform plan again. Okay, as you can see, the error is gone, okay, because we have defined the region multiple times here, right? So that is not expected here, right? So let's create Terraform apply -auto -approve. So now it will create the EC2, okay, with this provider plugin version and the whatever configuration we have defined here, and while calling the module, right, it will create the EC2 using with that values and the parameter that we have defined. So now you can see the EC2 instance is getting created. So let's wait, and if we go to the terraform lock.scl, we can still see the same version, right, 5.0.0, right? So let's go ahead and use this version. Let's see what is happening. We are going to get the error, but I want to use this intentionally. Okay, so I am going to use this. Let's run Terraform init first. We are going to get the error, failed to query invalid provider package, cannot retrieve the list of the available version from the provider HashiCorp, okay, locked provider registry Terraform this, okay, does not match configured version constraint 0.0 6.0.0 beta, must read Terraform init upgrade to allow selection of the new version. Okay, so let's run Terraform init -upgrade. Okay, let's see if it's able to upgrade it to 6.0 or not. This way we can upgrade the provider plugin using the Terraform init -upgrade command. We can upgrade the provider plugin by defining the provider version here in the Terraform log file. It's not recommended to directly go and edit whenever you are working in the real-time project and for any organization. Okay, so you are not going to directly edit. So as you can see, the version is 6.0.0 and the constraint the came 6.0.0 dot -beta, right, beta 3. So now it have been updated by the, and this configuration will not throw any error. Okay, so let's run after updating the provider plugin, let's run Terraform apply. Okay, so I have already that command to see if this provider plugin is still working fine with this version or not. Okay, as you can see, module AWS EC2 instance refreshing state, as you can see, no changes, means it's working perfectly fine with the whatever version we have upgraded it to, right? So this is how we can like enhance our required provider, okay, provider configuration. And that's all about this video. If you have any query, any confusion regarding this video, then do let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. And if you are new to my channel, then do check out my other playlist as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.